information provided is intended for Australian audiences only and is general in nature. It does not replace the advice given to you by your healthcare professional. Please read this disclaimer and the following terms and conditions carefully before proceeding. Hi, I'm Peter Lewin. Welcome to Blood Sugar Magic. This is part 1 in our series on insulin. This series will talk about how insulin works in the body, what happens to insulin in type 1 and type 2 diabetes, its common side effects, and how to avoid and manage hypos. In today's episode, I'll talk about how insulin works in the body. So, what is insulin and what does it do? Insulin is a hormone and its main role is to remove the glucose that appears in the blood. Its actions keep the blood glucose within normal levels. To understand what insulin does, we need to first look at how the body uses glucose. Glucose is an essential fuel for the cells in the body. Cells are living units that make up our bodies and allow us to work, play, think, and perform our daily activities. We obtain glucose from carbohydrates in foods such as pasta, bread, rice, nuts, fruits, and starchy vegetables such as potatoes. When we eat, the carbohydrates in food get broken down by our digestive system into glucose. The glucose is then absorbed into the bloodstream and carried to cells all over the body. As a result, the blood glucose level rises after a meal. This signals the beta cells in the pancreas to release insulin. Insulin helps glucose enter the cells so that it can be used for energy or stored for later use. Insulin is like a key which unlocks the door that allows the glucose to enter the cells. These types of cells include our muscle, fat, and liver cells. After a meal, insulin also helps the liver store glucose from the blood for later use. It also prevents the liver from producing and releasing glucose into the bloodstream. By performing all these functions, insulin helps the blood glucose return to normal levels after meals. Insulin is also needed during times of fasting, such as overnight between dinner and breakfast. This is because the cells in the body still require glucose to function. During fasting, the liver, rather than the food that we eat, becomes a source of glucose. The liver releases glucose from its storage area into the bloodstream to keep blood glucose levels in the normal range. Insulin is needed to unlock the cells so that the glucose can be taken up by these cells. We hope you can join us for the second part of this series.